Hello fellas and welcome back to Noobcraft, or not quite. We are in the testing world that I've made for my spider skeleton spawner, and basically we are set to make this on the server with a few little edits to help when the update aquatic comes out. For example, we're not using these slabs in the bottom anymore, we've changed them. We're going to put a ditch down and we're going to funnel them into a single sort of area, and the same with this one. Now I wasn't certain, but we kind of may have figured out that these kind of towers still work. So for the meantime, we're going to make one of these ones as opposed to maybe one of them or something like that for the skeleton one, because apparently they were going to get rid of this feature, and it appears they haven't yet, or aren't, or planning on. Well, sorry, they either are planning on doing it and haven't done it yet, or they decided to keep it in. So for the time being, we're going to keep these in, so because it's easier to work with, and pretty much we're going to have the main base like this. Although I may change this in a couple different ways to sort of make it so it's a bit more easy for us to get to. For example, we could probably use normal blocks there perfectly fine, like that. Just things like this to make it easier, and we'll probably even funnel these through into the back end with slabs like that, or like that. So they sort of have to stay in this area and they can't go upwards. Things like that I want to sort of see if I can change. The skeleton one, on the other hand, works virtually perfectly, so I think we're going to stay with that one. But what we're going to do is make this on the server. So then fellas, we're back on the server, and it appears Bradley's been an ass. Yes, I knew this was coming. Looks like you've got a leak. Better get that sorted. Oh yes, Bradley's been a retard. Torches. Now, has he done that there specifically so I can change it all? Yeah, you do realise this is probably going to make things spawn, particularly around this area where it's nice and dark. Yeah, that's not a good thing. That's probably what he's left the torches for. He's probably destroyed this area. Yeah, I knew he would do something like that. He's a retard. So I'm going to have to clean this up because this is just disgusting. There we go fellas, we've got rid of it at last. Pain in the arse. Although I will admit, thanks for the stack and a half of ice. Thank you, Bradley. Other than that, you're a douchebag. And so, what I need to do now, oh, I won't do it that way. We need to get down to, back down to my thing. I would admit though, the one good thing was, it was quite easy to get down to my base from the top of here. However, it can't be staying there because you don't see very much water in volcanoes, do you? So, yeah, yeah, I can't be keeping that kind of water there. It's a disgrace of a thing for my base. Entrance is here. Let us head back in. There we go. Push button. There we go. And Ted's also back in his place as well. So yeah, I could grab all these random items I've used for scaffolding and stuff. So thanks for the ice. Thanks for the terracotta. But yeah, you're a douche. But in the meantime, what we're doing today is going to replicate that thing we had, the spawning cages. Now, for me to initially do that, what we first need to do is put away all these random blocks that I don't need. So, right, like there. So I'm going to end up putting most of this away, and I'll go back with you when I've got some space available and some extra blocks I can work with. Oh, Brad, thanks for loading my slime farm for me. Got a nice chunk of, like that, basically a stack of blocks now. Ace. So fellas, we are here at the spawners. We have the skeleton one there and the cave spider here. and we have the future AFK platform right in this spot. And what we need to do is we need to dig out 4 blocks in each direction for these. It's not needed. So we need to basically go to here, where this one is, and we need to do the same that side, and this side. And we need to do the same for the cave one, and we need to go up 3 blocks from the spawner, or 4 from the same level. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's at the correct height. And then we need to do the same below, and then we need to go an extra 1 for where the water is going to be laid, and again exactly the same for this one. And I suppose I better get that started. Probably do this one first, so we can sort of work out a few. This one's probably going to be a bit easy for me to do, so I think we'll start with this one. Alright fellas, we've just got this last little bit to go, and touch there. There we go. So we now have the actual rooms basically to the sizes we need. We've got this one, which is again 3 up, 4 down, 3 each side, and then we've got the skeleton the same as well here. Excuse me. And yeah, so these are all cut out to where they need. We're going to have the water along the back of there, and it's going to flow to about here. Then we're going to have the thicker panels here, and we're actually having the skeleton one come down to this section. And what we need to do is that for now. That I'm keeping the torches at the moment because I'm not 100% certain how far it's going to go. Also, I think because of the gap, the water will just flow straight here and out, and then this one should flow straight here to about here, I think. How many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it'll land about there, but this one will be continuing anyway, so we'll be fine there. That completes that one. This one, however, we are still going. Did one of them spawn then? Yes, it did. Right. I'm going to the back of here. So one did spawn then. So ow. Which means that's not bright enough. So being paranoid did basically save me some effort. So that was good. And I need to do the same with this one here. Cave spiders on the other hand I'm going to be extra careful with, because hell Christ am I do I want to sort these out. And do. Oh, that'll do. And everybody, and this is the one we're going to have the funnel going through here, which means I need to make myself an exit. I'll do it sort of in a minute. So about to here, I think. I so hope to Christ these can't spawn, especially at this precise moment in time, because I can't get out. Right. Oh god, one spawned. Where on earth did that spawn though? I didn't think that would be able to spawn in that area. I thought that was bright enough. I honestly thought that was bright enough. Right. So I've got to figure out where this thing is spawning stuff. This is just spawned another one as well, isn't it? Right. these aren't bright enough. I'm assuming I've probably got to light the tops as well. That's probably where they're spawning. So I'm going to sort of back away, let them despawn, and then light the tops. And so fellas, I think I've worked it out. We've got basically a torch in each of the corners now, and I've basically made a doorway that you can walk around all the sides from. So you've got one there, and one in that cave down the side to go around the back end, which is relatively simple. It's basically there so you can put the torches or remove them if you need. Eventually I think we'll probably get some, well, eventually we won't even need it because you'll only be coming down here to log it on anyway, so just normally you'd be able to put like some lights above to do it, but you won't need them. But we've got the rooms. This one, I think the last spider has just dropped, but I'm going to keep it sealed just in case one spawns now. I have put all the lights there, but so they shouldn't, I hope. In the meantime, what we want to do is we want to get a tunnel going. Well, the tunnel, we need to get an elevator for these. And so, what we need to do, we need to basically make sure we're 8 squares or 8 blocks away from this spawner. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4 is the room, which we already knew. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8, which is this spot. And the reason why we need this spot specifically is because this is where we need to. This is the end of the essentially where the whole mob section goes. So they'll only ever spawn 6 maximum in a specific area. That is the end of that area. So if we move 8 blocks out, I can't remember if it's on the 8th block or after the 8th block. We'll have to double check that. But once if we figure that out, then we'll be able to start making the tunnel for us to go up. So I'm just going to have a quick gander to see what it is, and then I'll be back with you as to where it is, and I'll probably get a start on it as well. So then fellas, so far we have basically got the AFK area. These are going to be turned into enchanting tables I need to make, and hopefully we might end up doing like this. I'll change these to a blah, 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 whatever they're called, the trapdoors, that's the word I was looking for. And we've got the tower coming here. Now it turns out it's actually you need to be going 9 blocks, so we've got the 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks. So if they're still in this 9 block radius from that, then, or 9 block square as it were, then they can still, they're doing essentially the spawn cap, go the one more, the outside of that escape area, and they can regenerate new ones, which helps, which basically keeps them coming while you're standing here doing nothing. And then we'll take them to here, outside of that area, and float them upwards. So I need to go up to about 30 blocks from the bottom to the top, but it needs to be basically 22 blocks from here. 19, 20, 21, 22, so this level. Then I want the torch there. So we actually don't need that one. So this is essentially as far as we need to go. I think that's where that ends as well. I think that's what we've got to do. Probably should have taken the thing. So we've got the drop shaft. I think there's 2 blocks, and then we've got that tunnel there. I think that's how we've got it, but I'm gonna just dig down just to ensure that is how it's done. Oh god, this is creepy as hell. There it is. I'm gonna basically go up with these, basically make them pillar now. So if I put that water bucket in there, it won't flow, thank god. And I'll use this as my area to work from. If I just break that, hopefully I can grab it. Yep. And I'll put a glass block there for now. And I can jump and go up there. I can use this to as a way for me to get to the top and make the tower, and I can use it as my elevator in the meantime, in the process, while I'm making this. And I think I'll probably make both of these at the same time. This one's going to be tricky because I've kind of half changed the plan for this, so I'm going to change it a little differently. But yeah, I'm going to make this tower, and I'm going to see what I'm going to do with this tower after that. So hopefully this one, next time you see, this should be done, this pillar should be done here, and should be starting this. Right fellas, it's been a while. I've basically made this tower. This tower is completely finished and it drops down here. This would pretty much literally work. If I basically put the water in there, took the torches out, this would be a functional system with the blocks just here, a couple of blocks to stop them seeing you. But this one basically works fully. I can't really use it at the moment though because of the way it intersects with this. And speaking of this, we have a new design for this. It's not the design I said it was initially. It's a bit of a different one. And there we go. We now have, yeah, we've sorted it. I've sorted it. So basically, we have. I'm just going to block that off so nothing else can fall in it. So we have basically string with an observer. This triggers this. Drop a hopper. It takes a comparator output from the bottom to basically that one signal when it's standard in its standard off form, which extends the pistons. When something actually lands on this, so for example, an entity like that, it goes up, and this is basically a pulse extender to make this so it brings out and then comes back in long enough, because otherwise it does 2 clicks and you don't want 2 clicks. So you're basically just 1 click, so off, on, done, and that basically stops spiders from coming out of the system. And that is literally all that sorts. That is how it works. It basically stops things. Oh, it basically stops things from the sort of the spiders from getting out, pretty much. There's my items and my picks in my hand. Goody! So that's how that works. It's an unusual system, I will admit, but it works pretty decently well. I'm actually surprised how well it does work. But yeah, it pulls back those two, this slab and this one. And you'd have your slabs up like that so they can't be pushed out, and then they'll drop down here, and we'll have these iron trapdoors inside here. I didn't think I had them on me, to be honest, on here. So we'll put one there and one there. And just because I know that this can be quite a pain in the arse, I'm actually going to. Yep, I think we're good. I don't know what's behind there. Nope, nothing. Right, okay. So where's those levers? I don't want these being flicked. If you want to flick these, that's your choice. But oh, okay. Actually, turn it on like that. This won't affect this lock because it's above that, I believe, and it's not actually triggered it. I know why. Doesn't go on that one. Goes on that block, so I need to, which actually goes one further forward, so I put that there. That will close it down, then I can block this up, and this is too far forward for that to interact with any of this. And I believe if I go to this one and I power that, that does the other one. And that's the both of these two, and because there's half slabs on the top of here, though all the cave spiders will be stuck in this small section and they can't go up where you can't really reach them. And yeah, this actually is a decent system. I'm surprised this works. I've gotta do the tower, this tower, for this thing, so I'm going to get on with that first. But once that's all set up and done, then I think we probably start working on the tower to send them. Right, fellows, we've got one tunnel going up, we've got the second one here, happening in a second. Just need to put a thing just there, a water source there, and that, I believe, is how we do it. So, as long as it's all worked correctly, they'll jump up here, eventually. There is a couple things we need to do left. Starters one is moving along here to ensure it has gone to the bottom of Hiss. I believe it has. I can't think of there being anything to stop it. As we travel down here, I could just hop out the side of there. If we go into here, it should be just there, exactly where we need it to be. We need one more there because I don't think it will fit completely. Let me just grab that. Grab some water. Weave around this, down here, there. And basically, they'll come out of there into this pipeline, take their time swimming up here. Well, put it this way, if I can make it to the top of here, then they can. Oh wow, it might be close. Oh, oh yeah, just enough. So I think if we can just block off that, like that, and then they'll swim up this one. This one should be a bit easier for them. Go up here, right up here, like that, and then they'll swim to here and then fall off the edge of there. What to do now is do that, that, and that. Not that. Oh, that's the water source I needed. God damn it. Right, I'm going to grab another water source. Alright. Water source back in place. And so, it flows here, knocks that off. They'll come to here and drop straight down here, supposedly. Hopefully they do. Down there. And what we'll do is we'll put a torch on that gap. Somewhere. About there. And there. And we can basically take that off. And that off. And that off. That's that bit done. And then we can put the string on. Well, we could cover it all up first. For example, with things like this and that. We can put the string here. So if we grab that there and string, it'll do that. Amazingly, the string doesn't get destroyed in the process. Block this off for now. I don't want that one there because that will probably start bug powering it. So we'll do it like that. And that, I believe, is everything we need to do. So if I block off that, I think that should work. However, what I'm going to do that so you can't accidentally hit that thing either. So if that's been flicked, it's because you're an idiot. Yeah, I will have to make this idiot proof. Mr. Brado is on the server, so it's got to be idiot proof. And I believe that is the main thing complete. All we have to do now is basically turn this one on, or turn all the lights off in this one, and turn all the lights off in this one. And that is, I think, the final thing to do. Okay, fellas, so for some reason it turns out some files got sort of lost or corrupted, or I forgot to save them, I don't know, or something happened anyway. But now we have the skeleton spawner working. It is sending them up as you just saw then, and we've got a few chunk in this area already. It's a bit of a shame that this one doesn't work. Basically, these spiders just get stuck here. It's annoying, I know. So, for some reason, in this world, they don't swim upwards. In the task world, they do. So, that's a bit of a shame. But at least we've got a skeleton one working. And if I can get through this door, I can show you working. We've got some decent stuff at the moment. We've got a nice golden chest block I've took. And if we just stand on this block, it's definitely loaded it. So I can just basically go, dunk. Oh, look at that. There we go. It's basically a whole level then. What was that, about 10-ish, I think. And look at the drops we're getting. Oh, 2 bows. I can combine them if I wanted to at some point. I've got some bones there I picked up by accident. Oh, and some golden boots. Again, you can mix those together if you wanted to. Yeah, we've got some decent stuff. I may want to empty this at some point, every so often. But yeah, I'm quite happy one works, and a bit disappointed this one doesn't. But I'm happy that we've at least got some form of spawner anyway. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you like this episode, subscribe to see some more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!